Story time with Mr. Lamada. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. Lamada, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't leave lonely, won't you start all the reading? I just can't wait to be hearing story time with Mr. Lamada. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. Lamada, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't leave lonely, won't you start all the reading? I just can't wait to be hearing.
Good morning, and welcome to Story Time. Thank you for joining me. Glad we're here together today. Another amazing story awaits. Thank you, wherever you're joining us from. I hope that you and your loved ones are well, and I am glad that you're here with us on Story Time today. Thank you so much for joining us. Please let us know where you're joining in from and who is joining in with you today to enjoy lovely stories indeed. And of course, today we have one that will warm your heart, and it's coming back to Story Time after a long time. This week is the week of comebacks. Many ones to come still, but this one today, Mama, do you know what I like? This one by JUSTINE Villanueva and illustrations by RODGERS, coming to you indeed. Thank you so much for joining in, and of course we're reading it with permission of JUSTINE Villanueva and Sawaga Press. Thank you so much for joining in. Glad you're here, and I'm excited for this one. And for those of you that know friends or that can read Bisaya and Filipino, this book has Bisaya and Filipino translations in it, so it is a great gift indeed. Thank you so much for joining in Story Time. Absolutely appreciated that we're here. For today though, we're reading the English version of it. Maybe I'll try Bisaya and Filipino in 10 years time or something. We'll see. Or maybe bring on somebody that can help us with that. Thank you so much for joining in Story Time. So glad you're here with us. How are you doing today? Please let us know where you are. A beautiful story indeed. Happy Tuesday. Here in Oakland, it promises to warm up. It is not a little bit cold, but definitely warm up through the day. So please keep that in mind as you go into your day. Thank you so much for joining us on Story Time. Glad we're here together. Thank you. And of course, many great events. Please do look out that are coming from Story Time. So please do look out for those. Thank you so much for being here. Good morning to you, Chrissy. How are you doing today? Glad you're here. And of course, Borden, how are you doing, buddy? Out in Vermont, and you say it's cloudy and cold, but excited about Story Time with you all. Borden, you just know how to get straight for the heart. Thank you so much for joining in. Absolutely appreciate you, buddy. I hope that you enjoy this wonderful story that we have for you. And maybe it reminds you of your own conversations with mommy. Thank you so much for joining in Story Time today. Glad you're here. Thank you. Good morning to you, Sarah and Nathan out in Illinois. Happy first day of March. Oh my goodness, it is the first day of of March indeed. Thank you for the reminder. Absolutely love it. Good morning to you, Sarah and Nathan, and of course, Amanda West. Thank you so much for joining in. Yes, indeed. Happy Tuesday to you. I'm glad you're here with us. Hopefully, you're staying warm where you are out in Illinois. Thank you. Thank you for being here today. Absolutely appreciate it. And Sarah, waiting on your book. When it is ready, please do let me know so that we can share it on your story, so we can share it here on Storytime. Okay? Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. Absolutely love it. Thank you for being here. Kennedy, how are you doing today? Thank you for joining us. And you say, good evening. We're here again for the amazing story. Yes, yes, yes. We do have a good one indeed. And this one is called Mama. Mama, do you know what I like? Oh my goodness. A good one indeed. And you're cooking in Shima with caterpillars. Oh my goodness. Oh, enjoy out there. Kennedy, I think you come here just to make me hungry. Enjoy in Shima and oh my goodness. Yes, indeed. Enjoy, enjoy, enjoy. Another favorite Zambian cuisine right there. Thank you so much for joining in and sharing that food, making me hungry. All the way out in Turkey. Enjoy, enjoy indeed. Thank you for being here. Good morning to you, Pamela Courtney. How are you doing today? Braylon Chad, how are you? Out in Nakitosh, Louisiana. I say birds are so noisy, already building nests in our backyard, back door patio light. Oh my goodness. We've seen robins, cardinals, but not blue jays yet or pileated woodpecker. Well, there's so much to see. I am so jealous of you all. Thank you for sharing those wonderful, wonderful stories indeed. And I'm glad you get to see all that in your backyard. And bird noise is welcome noise, isn't it? Thank you so much for joining in and sharing that. It sounds like a wonderful, bustling backyard out there. Thank you so much for joining in. Glad you're here with us today. Braylon, Chad, and Pamela Courtney, thank you for joining us. And of course, the noisy birds out in Nakitosh, Louisiana. Thank you so much for being here. Oh my goodness. We're going to get started with our story for today. And this one is called Mama, Mama, do you know what I like? This one coming to you from Justine Villanueva and illustrations by Andrew Rogers. And of course, we're reading it with permission of Justine Villanueva and Sawaga River Press. Thank you so much for joining in today. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, yes, please, Kennedy. Kennedy, you have to share. You have to share. Actually, the caterpillars in the local language are called. Oh my goodness, Kennedy, help me out here. But I'm trying to remember. Oh, ifinkubala. They're called ifinkubala. Yes, people eat those. Thank you for sharing, Kennedy. Maybe you can share a picture sometime. But I will indeed send it to you, Pamela Courtney, so you can see how they look like and how they look like when cooked and ready. Oh yes. Thank you for joining in. All right, we'll be back after this break for a reading of this wonderful book, Mama, Mama, do you know what I like by Justine Villanueva. But please do join me on the other side of this message.
Hi, my name is Zetta Elliott, and I am the author of 40 books for kids, including Dragons in a Bag and A Place Inside of Me. You're watching Storytime with Mr. LaMotta.
Thank you, Zeta Elliott, out of Evanston in Illinois. Yes, amazing author. If you've not checked out her books, please do. Amazing books indeed, including her latest called Dragons in a Bag. And the third in that series is called The Witch's Apprentice. It is out now. A good book indeed. All right, here we go. Mama, Mama, do you know what I like? This one written by Justine Villanueva, illustrations by Andrew Rogers, and this one we're reading with permission of Justine Villanueva and Sawaga River Press. And this one also includes Filipino and Bisaya translation. So if you know anybody that can read Bisaya and Filipino, or indeed would like to practice on that, please do check out this book indeed. Ask for it at your local library. Find it where you find books. Mama, mama, do you know what I like? Here we go. Mama, mama, do you know what I like? By Justine Villanueva, illustrations by Andrew Rogers, and read with permission of Justine Villanueva and Sawaga River Press. Mama, mama, do you know what I like? Tell me, Charlie, I want to know. Oh. And in the background there, you can see the Golden Gate Bridge. I know where you are, Charlie. Early in the morning, I like to watch the garbage truck eat his breakfast from the cans. Oh. Early in the morning, I like to watch the garbage truck eat his breakfast from the cans. I am sure he doesn't like oats with mangoes as much as you do. What else do you like to do, Charlie? Are you like Charlie? Do you like oats and mangoes? What is your favorite breakfast? On my way to school, I like to race with the crows, squirrels, and the neighbor's cat. Sounds like a bustling journey to school. Maybe we should add the cardinals in there too. They can make some noise for Charlie as well. On my way to school, I like to race with the crows, the squirrels, and the neighbor's cat. At school, with my friends, I like to fight bad guys and aliens from outer space. At school, with my friends, I like to fight bad guys and aliens from outer space. I also like to dig and dig and dig. You work so hard, Charlie. You must be hungry by noon. What do you like to eat? Does sound like a very hard-working day. For lunch, I like to eat rice with sinigang. Yum! Or like Kennedy, Nshima with ifinkubala. For lunch, I like to eat rice with sinigang. Yum! What's your favorite dish? What's your favorite dish for lunch? I like sinigang too. What do you like to do in the afternoon? What do you like to do in the afternoon? Is it nap time? Is it time to sit in a corner and read a book? During quiet time, I like to build castles and zoos and farms. Look at that. Whoa, Charlie, you've built so much. During quiet time, I like to build castles and zoos and farms. Oh, what else do you do, Charlie? And when I'm done, I like to knock them down too. That can be a fun part too, isn't it? After quiet time, I like to go outside and find giant trees to climb. Do you have giant trees that you can climb where you are? Or maybe tiny ones too. When the sky turns orange and pink and purple, I like to wave goodbye to the sun. What a very active day, Charlie. At night, what do you like to do? At night, I like to call Lolo and Lola and tell them, I miss you very much. They tell me they miss me too. Oh, yeah. I like my phone calls with my sisters. I like to call Lolo and Lola and tell them I miss you very much. They tell me they miss me too. Oh, who do you miss? Do you get to call them? I like to save Jack from the mighty Bucanawa. That's what being a big brother is all about. Oh, I like to read 3 books with Jack and Papa before going to bed. Oh. I like to save Jack from the mighty book Bakunawa. That's what being a big brother is all about. I like to read 3 books with Jack and Papa before going to bed. Oh. Charlie, you have a busy day indeed, but one full of fun, isn't it? Thank you for sharing, Charlie. I am going to write all of this down. I like lots of things, but do you know what I really, really, really like in the whole wide world? What is it that you like, Charlie? That I really, really, really like in the whole wide world. What is it? More like, who is it? It is you, Mama. You. Oh, thank you for joining in. And that's the end. And at the end there is a question. What do you like? Maybe we can do that later as an activity in your own time. Get to write. What do you like to do? And what do you like to play with? How does your day look like? Thank you so much for joining in for this sweet, sweet book. Indeed. Oh, my goodness. Oh, thank you for sharing this, Justine Villanueva, and everybody else joining in. Appreciate you. And of course, Sawaga River Press. Thank you so much for allowing us to share this one on Storytime. Thank you for being here. Please do join us again tomorrow. We're back with another exciting book, and this time we will be reading Brown. Yes, this one, The Many Shades of Love. Join in for this one, coming back again to you. And this one is by Nancy Johnson James and Constance Moore. So please do join us for this one tomorrow, coming back to Storytime for a second time. Thank you so much for being here. Absolutely love that we had time to spend together and read a wonderful book together. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you liked it. Indeed, find it where you find books. And like I said, this one comes with 2 translations too. You can read it in Bisaya and Filipino as well. So if that is a language that you can read, or indeed would just are curious about it, find it in this wonderful book. Indeed, thank you so much for joining in Storytime. A beautiful story, reminds me of my own mom and the great relationship that we had. Miss her every day and love her to bits, but also thankful for the time that we spent together, and of course the amazing lessons that I learned from her. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. I hope that you have a wonderful day indeed, and I hope that you get to share what you like. You get to write down what you like, reflect, and indeed tell those people in your lives that you love them, that you appreciate them while they can hear you. Thank you so much for being here on Storytime. Absolutely appreciate each and every one of you. And I think this one is a good one indeed, a big dedication to all of you mothers out there. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. Absolutely love it. All right, I think I was getting that wrong, but there. Ifishimu, thank you. Please do send us, Kennedy, send us a picture so that we know. Absolutely love it. Thank you. Okay. Yes, Ifin Kubala was still right. Okay. Thank you so much for joining in, Kennedy. Enjoy your amazing food out there. And please do share a picture so we can share with Braylon and Chad and, of course, Auntie Pam so they can get to see it. Thank you for being here. Absolutely love it. Enjoy your food out where you are. in Turkey. Thank you so much for joining us today. Oh my goodness, look who's here. Bonabi Thomas from Barbados. Thank you so much for joining in. Yes, Bonabi Thomas is the author of one of my favorite books of all time, Abello, the Adventurous Advac. I know you do remember that one. And of course, Effie's March. Thank you so much for joining in, Bonabi Thomas. Good to see you. It's about time you came back to Story Time. We need to see you here. Thank you so much for joining in. Thank you for being here. Kennedy Kapolio Kampamba, you say, I enjoyed it. I was running. Always come running whenever it's a story time. Well, we appreciate you. Thank you so much. And you know what? On Zambian time, we'll always spare a minute so you can get here and enjoy with us. Thank you so much for joining in. Braylon. Oh, yes. Yes. Absolutely love it. Okay. So, Braylon, here's what you're going to do. You're going to practice reading that Filipino and Bisaya in there, and maybe you'll be the one to read it here on Storytime, okay? Thank you so much. I'm glad. Do you have this one? Are you talking about brown, or are you talking about this one right here? Thank you for joining in, and I hope that you can bring it whenever you have it. If it's brown, bring it with you tomorrow so you can read along as we go. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. Absolutely love it. Yes, Monabi Thomas, good to have you back here on Storytime, and I hope that everybody's well, everybody's okay out there in Barbados, and of course we know there are people in Zanzibar too, sending them love. Oh, that island life, you're making me jealous. Please do invite the brother. Thank you so much for joining in. To everybody that was joining us today, absolutely appreciate you. Bowden, thank you for joining us out in Vermont, cold Vermont. I hope that you are well, buddy. Good to see you here on Storytime. Sarah and Nathan out in Illinois, you say happy first day of March. Indeed, happy first day of March to all of you joining us today on Storytime. Thank you so much for joining in. Siri trying to get in on the party as well. Good morning, everybody. And of course, Kennedy Kapolio Kampamba enjoying amazing food. And of course, Nakitosh, the bustling Nakitosh, enjoying things out there. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here on Storytime. Absolutely appreciate the time that we spent together and indeed learn from each other. I hope to see you again tomorrow for more Storytime when we're back with this one, Brown, The Many Shades of Love. Do join us for that one and get to enjoy for story time. Thank you so much for being here. I am glad we're here. Thankful that we're here together. It is always a pleasure indeed to be here together. Absolutely appreciate it. Welcome to the community. Thank you so much. Kennedy Kapolio Kampamba. Absolutely loving it. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Please have a wonderful day indeed. I will see you again tomorrow. Please remember, this book challenged us at the end there too, to write what you like. Write how your day is like. What is it that you like? And indeed share with others, those around you, and see what they like. Are there any intersections? Are there any things that you both like, or indeed that you all like in your household? Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. Always a pleasure. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. It is always a pleasure being here, and I leave here feeling uplifted. And I hope that also is the feeling that you get in your own heart. And indeed, if we can play a little part in helping with that, then why not? Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. I will see you again tomorrow for more Storytime. Much love from me. Bye-bye.
We just can't wait to be hearing. Read me all of your stories. Read me all of your stories. Some with people who look like me, others very different from the way that I look and think. Read me all of your stories. Read me all of your stories. Some stories from far away, others right here in my neighborhood. Read me all of your stories. Read me all of your stories. Some with people who look like me, others very different from the way that I look and think. Read me all of your stories. Read me all of your stories. Some stories from far away, others right here in my neighborhood. Story time. Ooh. Story time. Story time with Mr. Lamada. He will be starting soon. Story time with Mr. Lamada, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't live lonely, won't you start all the reading? We just can't wait to be hearing. Brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't live lonely, won't you start all the reading? We just can't wait to be hearing.